Hello, this is Cathy Cassidy, and I thought I would do a kind of summary book stack for you, and the theme of it is libraries. So I've got all of these 6 brilliant books that I want to tell you more about, and they all come from my local library. So you probably know this about me, but libraries are one of my favourite places in the world to go to because they're full of books, and books are a stepladder to your wildest, coolest dreams, and also an escape from the sad, the scary, the mundane and the everyday. So take a trip to your library this summer and stack up on inspiration and escapism and magic, and you never know what you might find. This is especially, it's kind of important and poignant to me, this little vlog, because my library, which is really not even 5 minutes walk from where I live, it's kind of just down the road, is under threat. And the council have said that they want to bring it into the council buildings, and it would be smaller and not as beautiful. It's in a stunning, gorgeous Carnegie building at the moment, and I love it to bits. So anyway, it's just fully opened up again after the lockdowns, and I had a gorgeous hour or so browsing around, and it has some amazing books, and I've picked a few out. Well, I took 6, and I thought, well, maybe 1 or 2 of them will be really good, but you know what? Every single one of the 6 was awesome. 6 amazing books. So the first one that I want to show you is this. It's called The Magic Hour, and it's a selection of poems chosen by Charlotte Moore. And they're poems from something called the Tuesday Afternoon Poetry Club. And that's like a little book club that's kind of focuses on poetry. It's fantastic picks and amazing kind of poems with lovely comments as well by people who are in the poetry club. So it's things that you might not have come across before, and insights into those poems that you might not have come across before. So definitely a winner. I am a sucker for poetry. I love it. Kind of gets straight to the heart of things. So the next book I wanted to show you was this one. It's called The Wildlife Gardener, and it's by Kate Bradbury. And it's full of things to grow, make and do to make your garden wildlife friendly. And it kind of goes a little bit deeper than other books I've read on the subject, but it's also visually beautiful and inspiring in all kinds of ways. And it is a book that I will be checking out again and again, I think. Lots and lots of ideas from that. So staying on the kind of wildlife theme, the next one is this amazing book. It's called Back to Nature, and it's by Chris Packham and Megan McCubbin, who are very, high-profile TV naturalists. It's sort of linked in a way to the book above, the Wildlife Gardener, because, I've chosen these books because I am really interested in rewilding, in conserving wildlife and encouraging wildlife in the garden and beyond, and also trying to live a greener lifestyle, I suppose. I knew this book was out, but although I don't really watch Chris or Megan on TV or on YouTube, I was kind of curious, and I thought, oh, maybe it looks good. Maybe I'll read it. So the library is perfect for things like that. So I borrowed it. And what do you know? I absolutely love this book. It's personal, heartfelt. The issues are really clearly explained, and it chimed so closely with my own concerns for how we care or don't care for the British countryside. It also taught me some things I didn't know and inspired me to take action to change things for the better. I will actually be buying a copy of this book because it's one I want to hang on to and always have. We need to reconnect with nature, and lockdown has shown us this so clearly. This book is the best first step to doing that I know. So if you're even halfway interested in wildlife or nature, it's an absolute must read. Okay, next book, slightly different, but still a little bit on the wildlife and nature theme. It's this book. It's called Devogilla Days, and it's by Kathleen Hart. This book is set in Wigtown, Scotland's lovely book town, a place that I know and love. It's tagged as a memoir of hope and healing. And I actually read a couple of books this year along those lines, but never one as joyous, inspiring, and filled with love for nature and for the Scottish people and countryside as this one. I really, really recommend it. It's another one that I'm going to be buying. It's gonna come and live on my shelf. So I did well so far. It's like 4 out of 4 so far, and wait till you get to the last two, because these are my children's or YA picks, and I think possibly my favourite ones of all. So the first of those is this book. It's called Toffee, and it's by one of my absolute favourite YA authors, Sarah Crossan. She's one of my favourites partly because of the beauty of her prose. It's just stunning and spare and absolutely perfect, but also for the searing, heartbreaking emotions that she explores in her books. It's the story of a troubled teen and an old woman with dementia, which sounds like an unlikely tale of friendship, love and family, but it's absolutely gripping and stunning. I was going to read you just one little bit, maybe from page 100, just to show you the page. This is how the book is set out. It's almost like little mini poems, although it is prose, but it's beautiful. Listen. So this little bit, it's called Toffee. And it says, a scar on her face like a stubborn stain, eyes peering into the lens, pleading, 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 with someone, with anyone, with a girl from the future, to see her. So that's a bit of a taste of the style of Sarah Crossan, which is quite unlike any other style of any other author, I think. Fantastic book. Please check it out. It's called Toffee, and also try her books Moonrise, Apple and Rain, One, The Weight of Water. I basically haven't read a Sarah Crossan book that I don't love. So, you know, she should, if anybody who enjoys reading YA, whether you're whatever age you might be, definitely check her out. And then the last book of all, unexpected for me in a way, because this is a genre that I don't normally read. It's called The Extremely Inconvenient Adventures of Bronte Metalstone, and it's by Jacqueline Moriarty. And Jacqueline is another of my favourite authors. She's actually an Australian author, and I've read all of her YA books, which are absolutely brilliant. I'll just tell you the names of those. Her YA books are, well, they include Feeling Sorry for Celia, Finding Cassie Crazy, Becoming Bindi Mackenzie, and Dreaming of Amelia, and they're all fantastic. But this is something else. It's slightly younger. The hero, Bronte, in this story is 10 years old, but I think older readers will find an awful lot to love here as well. It's, as I've said, not my usual genre. It's fantasy, magic, dragons, pirates, sea sprites, and a quest. But it's also friendship, family, and the awesomeness of libraries all woven through the story, which could not be better, really. It's so clever and so carefully plotted, and yeah, it's just beautifully, beautifully done. And whether you are a fan of the genre or not, I think you will fall in love with this book as I did. Yeah, it's just a done deal. So those are my book picks for the summer. And my top tip for summer is get yourself along to your library and maybe take part in the summer reading scheme, or just check out some books. And I bet you anything you will find books that inspire you in the way that those 6 did me. And you might even find some of the books I loved there as well. So just see what inspiration and awesomeness and magic you can find in the library. And remember, wherever you happen to live, support your library if you can, because that's what we need to do to keep them open. And I'm sending a lot of love out to Colwyn Bay Library and hoping that the lovely council will keep it open, because so many people here love it to bits. Anyway, that's me over and out. It's a kind of one-off special for the summer, all about the library and all about my 6 book picks. And I've recorded it outside, and I think you will have heard all sorts of things, from next door's dogs going a bit crazy, having a game in the garden, and the rooster that lives about 2 gardens along also going a bit mad, and people having a chat and all sorts. I love these kind of summer early evenings. It's just beautiful. I hope you enjoy your summer too. Make it count. But if you do need some escapism or some inspiration or some ideas for adventure, get to the library. That's where you will find all of it. Take care, and I will see you soon.